Hello and thanks for stopping by my channel. A couple months ago I did a video on the A chord, the traditional A chord using 1, 2, 3 fingering, and I really discourage people from using that fingering because it's the most inefficient fingering to use on the A major chord because of many reasons which I'll go over. I had pretty good feedback, but a lot of the feedback was, well, I just play the A chord this way, or I just play it this way, or I just do this way. So the problem is, if you only do it one way, you're missing out on the dozens of other ways to play an A chord. And this counts for all other chords. So if you're a beginner or an intermediate trying to advance in your guitar playing, chordally, you need to realize that chords aren't just 3 notes in one position. They're several notes, 3 notes, 2 notes, 5 notes in several positions on the guitar. So if you want to move ahead, you need to start to understand how chords are made and why they sound the way they do and how you can do them more efficiently. So the first thing is people that do use this A chord here find that it's inefficient because chords don't live on an island. Chords are played in groups or progressions. And there are literally hundreds of ways to play different chord progressions. And to play just one chord, the A major, can be played many, many different ways. And it depends on the guitar you're using and the style of music you're playing. So there are A chords like this, like this, like this, which are 5 or 6 note chords. There are triads, of which there are many options, because you can go. Those are all A chords. Now, I don't expect you to learn all those A major chords, and those are just the 3 note chords of A major, which are the notes A, the note C sharp, and the note E, or A, C sharp, E. The other thing about guitar is you can do the A triad, A, C sharp, E here. You can do it here, A, C sharp, E, and you can do A, C sharp, E here. And if I was playing electric, I could do it up here, but acoustic guitars don't go that high. So that's just the 3 building blocks of an A major chord, which you're used to playing on the 2nd fret like this with 3 fingers here. Again, the other thing is now the A chord is commonly used in 3 guitar keys: the key of A, the key of D, and the key of G. In the key of A, obviously, it's the key of A, so most songs in A have an A chord in them. The key of A has 2 other common chords, the D and the E, or the 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 1, the A, the 4, the D, the 5 chord, the E. And that's derived from the blues. Like the blues are the 1, the 4, back to the 1, back to the 1. You stay there for a while, then you go to the 4, then back to the 1. Then you can go to the 5, to the 4, the 1, back to the 5. That's the 1, 4, 5. So now the thing is to learn how to make those chord changes quickly and efficiently. Again, if you're using the old fingering, it's going to be a lot more work because when you have the 1, 2, 3, your elbow pushes out to get that fingering so your hand can angle the right way. But if you go the 2, 1, 3 fingering, your elbow relaxes back closer to the body. Now when you go to the D, the 1st finger and the 3rd finger do not change strings. The 1st finger stays where it is, the 3rd finger slides up. And so A, D, A, D, A, D. I recently had a guitar student that was having trouble with chord changes quickly. This was the solution. A, D. And the other solution, if you're having trouble making chord changes quickly, is to practice them over and over again, so you get muscle memory and your fingers just know where to go. So A, D, A, D. Now the other chord in the key of A is going to be the chord of E, which is that. So A, and the first finger just slides down. A, E, A, E, A, E, A, E. So these are what they call the cowboy chords, which are the open chords, because you have open strings, E, A, D, G, B, E. A lot of chords, guitar chords, are derived from those keys. E, A, D, G, and C is used a lot. So the most common chord grouping is the 1, 4, 5, and oftentimes the 6 minor, which in A is F sharp minor, which I'm not going to make you work on today because that's a bar chord. But you will need to learn that in order to play many, many songs, because the 1, 6, 4, 5 or the 1, 4, 6, 5 is one of the most common progressions in music. So you will need to know it. There's no way around it. You'll need to learn those bar chords at some point. But what we're here to do is figure out, okay, I have A, D, E here. Now, if you do know the bar chords, a lot of electric players play A, D, E up here using these bar chords. And the A is simply the E form on the 5th fret. A, A. And then there's another A bar chord way up here on the 9th fret that is a C, which is very useful too. But it's useful for triads mostly, because you're not going to be up there much, but you have all these triads available up here. And this one's derived from the C, or you can do it this way, put the pinky up there, and that's from the C type of A chord up here on the 9th fret. Pinky's on the 12th on the root, but I dropped the root, and you've got an A chord up here. Then over here you can do a D form with the A on the 7th fret with the first finger right here. Now, that's not a triad, it's a complete A chord. You can do the triads. All different A chords. And they're derived from these forms: the C, the D, which I just, the E form here, what would be the G chord here, like this, then the A chord, but this is A with a C sharp in the bass. Those are all A chords. Now, if you're playing electric guitar, again, you have a lot of electric guitar players like to play the A chord this way, which I've done a lot. It's very handy when you want that's A, D, E. We're still working on A, D, and E. So A, D in the C form, but you just don't play that string. And E in the C form right there. So you have A, D, E, D, E, D, A. Now this can be applied to all different chords and keys. We're just going over the major chord, the root chord here. We could do it. Those are all options for your A chord in the key of A. Now in the key of D, you have D as the 1, G as the 4. Now I don't play the traditional G because I'm in the key of D, and this just works a lot easier. And then it goes to the A as the 5 chord. And then in the key of E, the A chord's used in that a lot because it is the 4 chord of E, the 5 chord of D, the 4 chord of E. In the key of E, you have the 1, the E, the A is the 4, which notice I go 2, 3, 4 now. I'm playing the A chord here. And then the B chord is, you don't really need a bar because you can get away with just muting the E strings at both ends. You can play a B that way. And notice I'm muting the A string with my thumb here. E, A, B, A. And again with the B I'm muting. I'm just playing the middle 4 strings. A, B, A, B. The reason I use the 2, 3, 4 is it's easier to go up. Or you can do a bar. Or up here, E, A, B, A, E, A, B, A. And if you do it in triads, E, A, B, A, E, A, B, A, E. So there are numerous options for playing each chord, especially once you start to learn your triads, which are all over the neck. Those are all A triads, and then you can learn them in all the other keys and all the other chords, and the scales that go around them, and the intervals of. But those things are all handy, but those are all based on the chord forms. And the chords being the A form, the E form, and the C form, and then the D form, and the G form. Now we're getting into what's called the cage system, where you have the C form, C for caged, the A form, the A in caged, the G form, the D form, and the E form. Those are where you can derive your triads and your intervals as you go up the neck, because A is here, and then use that A form here. Then you've got a C, you're in the key of C now. Use it here and you're in the key of D. Use it here and you're in the key of E. That's an A form cowboy chord. On the 7th fret is E. And then you can do your 1, 4, 5 up here. Or if you're in C. C, F, G, F, G, F, C. Or B flat. B flat, E flat, F, B, E flat, F, E flat, B flat. So once you learn those chords, the A in the A form, the A in the E form, the A in the C form, right there you have a that's A, D, E, D, E, D, A, or 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 A, D, E, D, E, D, A. The triads are important to learn because they'll open up, especially on electric guitar, they'll open up a whole world of playing like Eric Johnson in no time. But I hope you do get something out of this lesson. I know I got a little carried away. But we're just working on the 3-note chords. We're not working on major 7ths and major 7 sharp 11s and things like that. We're working on basic 1-4-5s, the roots of music, the things that most songs have in them. And you need to master the locations of these chords all over the neck. And then you can play in multiple styles of music and hear those things as they progress. So thank you for stopping by, and if you have any other concerns or lessons you'd like me to do, just let me know in the comments below and I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you very much. I've put a link in the comments below to a document that has all the chord forms, or many of them, that I showed you in this lesson, because there were several. So feel free to download that document. It should be available in PDF form. Thanks for watching.